Hey everyone, and welcome to Raw Dogs. My name is Brad, and I'm excited to talk about Indiana Jones finally.
And I'm a whip boy, Dylan Hoff.
Whoa.
Yeah, a bit of a dominatrix thing.
Yeah, unrelated to Indiana Jones.
No.
You love the whip.
It's just, I like to dominate
And
sexually.
It's it's kind of Indiana Jones month here on the Dogcast Network. We are doing, next week, there will be a Popcorn Dogs covering the Indiana Jones 5 film series, which I recently rewatched all of. A lot of thoughts on all of them, some surprising. I think quite a few hot takes. And then
Have you softened with age? Or do you think you got more harsh?
I don't want to spoil too much, but
Okay.
I think a lot of things have aged better than we thought they would.
Yeah, I think so.
Kingdom of the Crystal Skull is not as bad as it gets credit for. It's still, at least 4, maybe 5. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Beating those first 3 is tough. But and then we're also doing Indiana Jones and the Great Circle next week.
Yeah.
Which I'm very excited to talk about that. Game that, much like Metroid Dread, I think it gets possibly a little bit more love than it deserves, but it is a fucking solid, great game.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's one of those things, though, where I am much more forgiving if you provide me an experience that beats out my conceptual idea of what, the thing should be.
Yeah.
You could have delivered slop, and you really didn't.
As long as you do a satisfactory job and the music hits when I want it to,
Yeah.
and Indiana Jones punches a dude in a confessional, you got me.
Oh yeah, they nailed pretty much everything. That's for another topic. That's for another day.
But we're not talking about that game, or the movies today. We are talking about Indiana Jones' top 10 adventures, as personally selected by me.
I love this. I'm in for the ride.
Now, this is from comic books. This is from novels. This is from the TV show. This is from video games.
Young Indy.
We got some young Indy on there, and it's also going to be framed in a timeline. So we're going to see how they would fall in the order as well, which I think might help.
They have an actual guide for that.
Dude, there's a solid Indiana Jones Wikipedia.
Wow.
And it's one of those things where it's like Star Wars. Only the films are canon, but then everything else is canon until a new film comes out and just knocks a bunch of things out of canon. Then it becomes like, I don't know, it's kind of loose canon.
Do you ever stop to consider that everyone thinks that the Battle of Yavin is the birth of Christ in Star Wars?
Before Yavin and
Before
after
Battle of Yavin.
BBY.
And after Battle of Yavin.
It's a weird thing.
It's very strange because they made another Death Star.
It could be, more importantly, like the dawn of the Empire would be a better spot. Like when the Empire started at the end of
so technically
Revenge
it would be
about 10 years, 15 years earlier.
19 BBY.
Yeah.
Jesus.
But we're going to start off 1899. Indiana Jones is born. His mother is Anna Mary Jones. I just wanted to say what we know about her. She died young. Born of a wealthy family in Virginia, died in 1912 at the age of 34 from scarlet fever. And she, of course, fell in love with a Scottish man named Henry Jones Sr.
Oh, boy.
Indiana Jones had a sister named Susie who passed away at a young age.
Jeez.
Yep. Like before the age of 10.
Influenza or something? Probably.
It could be anything.
That would be around the time.
She could have scraped her knee. It was a different time.
Man, that's rough. Did you know, back in the day, they wouldn't even name children until they reached, a year in age?
I guess we'll name him now. It's been 2 years.
We've been calling him Puddin', and that's what we'll go with.
This is Pooter. Pootier. 1912, 13 years later, we have the Last Crusade prologue. That's the first part of Last Crusade where we see River Phoenix.
Yeah. Coolest part of that movie, in my opinion.
1916, while on spring break that year, Indiana Jones quits high school, briefly participated in the Mexican Revolution.
Fuck. That's so awesome.
And then spent the next 2 years fighting in World War I, initially as a soldier before moving into espionage work. Afterwards, this is the age of 17, 18.
Now, what would that be in the adventures? How do we know this about him?
This is stuff from Young Indiana Jones.
Oh, really?
And we're going to get right into a specific one. But initially as a soldier before moving into espionage work. Afterwards, he attends the University of Chicago, where he studied archaeology under Professor Abner Ravenwood, along with his friend Harold Oxley. But the first one is Indiana Jones and the Masks of Evil.
Whoa.
TV show set in 1918. General Matthias Targo is an enigmatic Romanian separatist general operating out of Transylvania during World War I.
Ooh.
You see where this is going.
Dracula.
He came to the the only thing that happens in Transylvania.
Apparently.
Fucking vampire.
Yeah.
He came to the attention of the Allied forces after abducting prisoners and impaling them on sharpened poles.
Oh, boy. Come on.
Either that or he's really unoriginal.
Yeah.
Investigators are sent. In response, I did watch this episode, and the guy's like, I hear you're pretty good. And fucking 18-year-old Indy's like, I speak 30 languages.
Come on.
He had that BDE pretty early. In response, Targo sent back a message not to send any more agents, as well as packages containing fingers, ears, and eyeballs from different agents.
Okay.
Jones and other agents seek the answers at the castle, and they are captured. Targo states that he has been besieged by outsiders for far too long and reveals that he plans to create a powerful Romanian separatist state, which he would rule over. He will cleanse the country of outsiders, either by driving them out or impaling them on stakes, remarking that the latter would be preferable as death had a perfect purity. Indy realizes Targo believes himself to be Vlad Tepes and declares him insane, which Targo simply laughs off.
Oh, boy. So wait, so he thinks he's actually Vlad the Impaler, or is he actually Vlad the Impaler?
If you watch the episode,
They leave it ambiguous.
No, he's Vlad the Impaler.
He's just Dracula.
Dude, it's supernatural.
Fun. Yeah.
There's floating lights in the castle, and when they do chase him down, at the end of the episode, Jones hammers a wooden stake through his heart, and his body erupts in flames.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm just picturing Dial of Destiny. Harrison Ford going, oh, I remember a time I killed Dracula. Everyone's like, what?
Also, every subsequent time, he's like, I don't really believe in any of that superstitious voodoo bullshit.
I know.
I'm like, you fought a Dracula that erupted in flames.
A Dracula.
Yeah. I don't believe in any of that. You have had so many experiences.
I know.
Yeah. So a young Indy goes on an adventure. The Indiana Jones young TV show is kind of hit or miss. Sometimes they have like good adventures. A lot of it's not about adventures. It's kind of more about history.
How long did this go on for?
3 seasons.
3 seasons. How many episodes a pop?
I don't have that number offhand. It was an expensive show.
Honestly,
we're going to talk about that more on the film.
Isn't that Amberlin Studios, like Spielberg's?
That sounds right.
Okay.
Yeah. But Spielberg was not involved. So it was one of those situations where Lucas gets to kind of go a little ape shit, which I do love. I think Lucas should be allowed to kind of go as weird as he wants sometimes, although we'll find out with Indiana Jones and the Monkey King, sometimes his ideas are bad, or sometimes his ideas are really bad. Marion Ravenwood, Indy, we'll talk about that on the Popcorn Dogs, but was originally planned to be like 11 years old when Indy hooked up with her.
Oh, no.
And you can actually, there's the conversation between him and Spielberg and the screenwriter about it, and they're all like, maybe she should be 17. And he's like, well, we'll go 15. That way it's still at least a little like weird.
And then you can have the excuse of the time period still.
Which, yeah. People still love Led Zeppelin. No one wants to talk about Robert Page banging 11-year-olds.
Or, Pete Townsend from The Who.
Yep. No one wants to talk about it. There's a lot of bad dudes, but all of a sudden Indy hooks up with a 15-year-old. Yeah. It's like, let's have a stink. They're all bad. All bad. It's like comedy.
Hard agree.
It's either comedy. It's like either everything's okay to make fun of or nothing's okay to make fun of. But this is not actually black and white. It's all bad.
I think everything's contextual, I guess.
Yeah.
I think the key to comedy is context.
And fuck, man, when Indy goes, you knew what you were doing. I'm like, whoa. 26-year-old. Calm down, buddy.
Yeah.
1918, the same year, we have Indiana Jones and the Treasure of the Peacock's Eye, which I'm going to say is the worst title of the ones we're doing today.
What? So it's a jewel?
Indiana Jones and Remy Baudouin
Ooh, nice.
That's a Belgian soldier, so I'm probably saying that wrong.
That's fine.
He's a friend of Jones, and they're reassigned to the trenches of World War I.
Whoa.
With the orders to arrest a corporal named Bajendra Singh for the crime of exchanging information with the Germans. They pursue him into no man's land and see him shot by a German soldier. He is clutching a map written in ancient Greek, and he says they must stop the German soldier and repeats the words, the Eye of the Peacock.
Oh.
At this moment, the ceasefire begins and Germany surrenders.
Whoa.
So this is right at the end of World War I.
All right.
This is widely regarded as the best young Indiana Jones adventure.
Really?
It's the most adventure of them all.
That's so interesting.
They translate the map to learn that it may lead them to an ancient diamond once belonging to Alexander the Great.
Okay.
They are followed by a German man in an eye patch, and adventures occur. Fucking boat rides, stealing,
Chasing,
punching,
infiltration. Yeah.
nothing as good as the films in the show, but a few good moments. They lose the map, but follow him into a jungle temple. There are pirates.
Ooh.
Natives catch Indy, and he must stop two tribes for fighting because of ghosts. They both think some of these things.
It's cool. I do like that he always shows up to kind of be like, come on, what's up with this bullshit? And then he's always proven wrong, and he just goes, all right.
Maybe it was a ghost. I don't believe in it.
I wonder what his excuse was after he found the Ark of God.
One of my biggest problems with where Indiana Jones as a series kind of went was leaning so hard into Christian mythology.
Yeah.
Which is just really selling himself short because there's so many cool mythologies he should be exploring. Crystal Skull is one of the reasons I really like that. Temple of Doom, fucking awesome.
Dial of Destiny is cool for that reason.
But it even then has to start out with the Lance of Longinus. Longinus. Mm-hmm. And I get it. Christian mythology is fucking cool.
Yeah.
The artifacts are like...
you read the book, it's pretty boring.
Yeah.
It's really boring.
I tried to read the book as a good Christian kid many times, and I couldn't get past it. And they had Genesis be boring. I'm like, this is the most exciting spot.
Then you have the Book of Names. I'm like, when did you come up with all these fucking names? You don't know this.
Dude, some guy was just like, this is Binglebore.
This is Tibby. He's a tabby cat.
Tibby, son of Binglebore, son of Bustopher Jones. Indy realized this hunt was becoming an obsession to find the peacock sign. He decided to return to the States and attend college. It kept getting worse and worse. This search for this would resume years later, and this is actually the diamond seen in the opening of Temple of Doom.
Oh, wow.
Where he trades for the remains of Urhachi.
Oh, that's cool.
Which I like that it ties in to that.
Now, Brad is sober today.
I'm sober this month, yes.
I have chosen to bring along a Southern Tier Brewing Company Juice Jolt Extra Juicy IPA. I will be sampling upon this brew, 6.8%. Caution, too juicy. It's literally what it says on the side.
Oh my God. That's what I have to put on my shorts when I wear my booty shorts.
I've seen your ass. It's flat.
You just ruined the illusion. All of our listeners for a second thought I had a juicy butt.
Hey, listen, if you wear the right padding, as RuPaul says, you can really shape that thing out.
I don't believe in false advertising.
I mean, tell that to the drag queens, man.
No, they're advertising exactly what they are. Beautiful drag queens. Yeah, that's a... Okay, Dylan is taking a sip.
It's more juice than IPA. It's extremely fruity, almost to like they should have just called this a sour, juicy IPA. But
like a kettle sour.
Yeah, honestly, this leans more in like a cider direction than anything in the world. It's kind of strange.
Well,
enjoy it. Sorry,
we're leaving young Indiana Jones behind, and we're going into the first novel, Indiana Jones and the Peril at Delphi, October 1922. For 16th centuries, the Order of Pythia has awaited the reappearance of the ancient oracle of the sacred knowledge of Delphi. I've played Assassin's Creed Odyssey, so I'm aware of the oracles of Delphi. Mm-hmm. And I've also just been aware of them before. Women possibly huffing like crazy chemicals, having visions, guiding armies.
Mm-hmm. All from cave fumes.
All from cave fumes. An earthquake rending the earth beneath the ruins has now heralded her return. Dorian Bellasamus, a beautiful and bewitching archaeology professor, catches Indy's eye.
Whoa.
As Indy needs a lady in a lot of episodes.
Yeah. I don't really see the point all the time, but
It was, I think George Lucas wrote Indiana Jones in reference to old serials.
Yeah.
But
so there was always a beautiful babe.
And that's kind of true, but it was also when Spielberg got involved. Spielberg was complaining to Lucas. This is right after they made Star Wars and, was it E.T.? Or Jaws, maybe? No, so one of those. But they were in Hawaii, and Spielberg said, I want to really direct a James Bond movie, but they won't let me because I'm from America. And Lucas was like, I got something better. This is Indiana Smith. It was Indiana Smith originally.
That sucks.
It's not good.
It's not a good name.
Well, it was going to be Burt Reynolds, but Magnum P.I. got in the way.
He would have done a good job, though, too.
I think he could have been cool. He really missed out. Don't you hate? He must hate that.
I don't think he has to dwell on it too hard. Magnum P.I. was a good choice. That's a good show.
Great mustache.
God, yeah. One of the most handsome men that's ever existed.
Dorian invites Indiana Jones to be her assistant on this journey. In secret, Dorian and her lover Mandrake are plotting to overthrow the country's monarch, King Constantine, with Indy unwittingly taking the blame.
Whoa.
Although her true target was the Omphalos stone, Omphalos, which is said to grant its users prophetic powers. This stone's going to play a part later on as well. The adventure spans the globe from Chicago to Paris to Greece, where, bullwhip in hand, Indy descends into the bottomless pit of the Serpent God and finds a sacred stone that holds the key to the oracle's prophecies.
No big serpents? Come on.
It's the Serpent God. I don't think there was a big serpent. Some of these things were hard to find, and mostly I was like, this sounds really cool, or it ties in a fun way.
Well, I didn't expect you to read the whole book.
I would have for one of them coming up.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Having forced Indiana to retrieve the object for her, Dorian was killed by a bullet originally intended for her lover was killed by a bullet intended for Indy as he managed to save the threatened king's life. So he reclaims the Omphalos stone and gets out of the pit of the Serpent God. Now, the novels originally, they led one into the next. Mm-hmm. So next thing, at 1925, he has an affair with like a 15-year-old Marion Ravenwood.
Oh, boy.
Yep. And then August of 1925, we get the Dance of the Giants.
Whoa.
You'll like this one.
Okay.
Indy has landed his first teaching job at a London university. He teams up with one of his students.
Marion Ravenwood.
No, Deirdre Campbell.
Deirdre.
But he's going to be... He has a proclivity for hooking up with his students.
That sucks.
They're of college age.
It doesn't matter. It's a power dynamic.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, Indy has a track record of making some poor decisions with women.
No matter how hot he is.
No matter, dude, he's so
No matter
hot.
how many words you write on eyelids.
I don't care how hot you are, Indy. You can't get away with this.
How old is he at this point?
26.
Okay.
So it's not like he's a lot older than, a 20-year-old. It's still just the dynamic that makes it inappropriate.
Yeah, I agree.
But Deirdre Campbell has discovered a golden scroll that supposedly leads to the mythical sorcerer Merlin.
Whoa.
Merlin. And she's a Scottish redhead, for those wondering.
Oh, yeah.
It seems important.
Got to round out the roster of every type of woman.
Parliament member Adrian Powell wishes to use the scroll to resurrect the ancient power of the Druids as a means to world conquest. Person in power and governmental power wants to conquer the world and use history for negative means.
Wow. That doesn't apply now.
Doesn't apply, right? Never. The scroll reveals on Merlin's travels through a mountain range across a body of water one day.
I know this one. He meets the Transformers. Have you ever seen that?
I am Optimus Prime.
Hello, Merlin.
There was some crossovers that I decided definitely not to fuck with.
That's fine. Don't.
Chewbacca and Indiana Jones meet in a very...
I read that. I owned it at one point.
Don't need it.
Yeah, that was just a funny thing.
What is okay is when the movies in like the ancient hieroglyphics will throw in a C-3PO or R2-D2 in the very background.
That's funny, though.
And I mean, it is in the same universe a long time ago in the galaxy
it's not.
far,
Well, it's
far
in the
away.
same universe, but in the galaxy. That'd be... But still, I refuse. I think that's just an Easter egg for fun. That's a production thing. That's not anything to write home about.
We're not going to cover the Star Wars universe when we do the Indiana Jones series.
Could you imagine the size of our Star Wars podcast? That would suck.
You would get tired of it.
I know I would.
I do want to revisit the idea of a Raw Dogs episode, the life and times of Sheev Palpatine.
Oh, that'd be pretty good, though.
Much like you frame Resident Evil's lore around Wesker, framing it around Palpatine would be cool.
Yeah. He returns. Somehow.
So, on Merlin's travels, a meteorite struck the ground before him. He picked up the cool black stone, and with it, Merlin could communicate with the gods and was given the seemingly impossible task of using the mountain rock to construct for them a temple a great distance away with which they could visit the world. So Merlin created the temple Stonehenge due to visions from the stone.
Okay. That's actually kind of rad.
Merlin, with his godlike powers with the stone then, travels back to ancient Greece.
Okay.
The meteorite piece then became the Omphalos stone from the previous book, the Peril at Delphi.
What? So that's crazy.
The meteorite lands in Merlin's time. He travels back there and puts the stone in the temple at Delphi to grant visions.
Oh.
And then he travels back to 6th century and lives a mortal existence.
Oh, okay. Why?
He had a girlfriend he wanted to go see there.
He's like, oh, I'm already tired of this shit.
I don't want, this sucks, dude. I'm going home.
Immortality, godlike powers. I'm kind of bored of it now.
I guess
I'd rather shovel pig shit.
The gods told him to. He's still, I guess Merlin probably wasn't a magician before this. He probably became a magician with the powers of the stone.
Oh, that's good. That's actually kind of cool. I like that. When do the Transformers show up?
Optimus Prime steps into the bedroom and says, "Take it off." I don't know why. Oh, this is my fanfic I was writing. Sorry. Let me scratch that out.
It's still pretty hot. You can send that to me later.
Yeah. So the parties follow the Golden Scroll to Stonehenge, where we learn that Adrian Powell is actually Deirdre's half-brother.
Oh, sick, God. Dude.
With the revelation that Powell was the half-brother, the scheming politician left his adversaries to die inside of a cave, filling it with toxic gas. The ordeal would actually claim Dr. Campbell's life, while the surviving Jones, Shannon, and Deirdre raced to get their hands on the scroll before Powell could. So they got the stone. They prevented the politician from doing it. But Indy proposes marriage to Deirdre Campbell, and they get married.
Whoa, what?
Indy had a wife before marrying.
Is this somehow like a reference to actual Harrison Ford?
No, I don't believe so.
Really?
I don't know. Why? Did he have a wife that died in a plane crash?
No, but
Did he bang a Scottish redhead student of his?
He had a wife before he started like fucking around with Carrie Fisher.
Yeah, he's Harrison Ford. It's got to be tough being that wonderful.
Yeah, I think I know the reason he got that dumb gold earring is to try and keep him away.
The behind the scenes stuff for Last Crusade is amazing because Allison Doody, she's just like, I haven't done a lot of work, and all of a sudden I'm on set with Sean Connery and Harrison Ford, and it's intense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just the two coolest dudes joking around.
It's like, Jesus, both of them still hot.
Both of them still hot. Sean Connery, the hottest old dude that ever lived. Yep, he marries Deirdre Campbell. This is actually during the book still. The three lived to witness Powell's incantations fails of the Omphalos stone he possessed proved to be fake. So the one that he got in modern times wasn't the real one because Indy had already gotten the Omphalos stone earlier, and it's out of the picture.
Oh, wow.
So whatever all happened there. He got a wife, and we learned about Merlin, which is fun.
Okay. Yeah.
1926, he marries Deirdre. She dies weeks later in a plane crash.
They James Bond her.
Yep, we needed a new lady. Can't keep you around.
Nope. How long does he grieve? Now, it's 2 years of him grieving.
It was in the middle of an adventure, so he probably had to move on pretty quick.
Oh, really? They got married in the book? It's just like, and her plane went down over the Pacific.
They were like, I want to say in Africa. The plane goes down, though, and she dies, and Indy has to keep adventuring.
That's what happens when you let giraffes fly a plane.
I'm sure an Asian brunette walked right in.
Oh, yeah.
He's like,
oh, great.
Hi, I'm Indy. 9 years later, 1935, Temple of Doom.
Nice.
1 year later, 1936, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 19.
Doom was so close to Raiders. Where do you put Short Round after that?
Short Round came to the States to live with Indy, kind of as a son type figure. And Indy guides him into school. He doesn't go on adventures with him a little bit. Him and Willie Scott do go on an adventure together afterwards.
Okay.
And Short Round, though, doesn't keep adventuring with Indy. He goes to school and he's a successful student.
Then he just lives his life until he gets interned at the concentration camps.
As America, yes. Okay. I don't know all that happens. All I remember was reading Short Round has a good life.
Wait, is he of Japanese descent or is he?
We'll talk about it on Temple of Doom.
Okay.
He was a street kid, and the guy that was killed at the beginning of Temple of Doom, Indy's assistant with the I forget his name. He was actually like running a group home that Short Round lived in with other kids, and he was taking care of them all.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's really interesting that Indy has like that soft side to him right away. Like
there's like an arc. He was always like not a bad person. He's not like a vicious murderer. He will murder you if you're in his way.
Right.
But mostly if you're innocent, he won't. He's not mean about it, but he has this arc where he goes from I'm all about fortune and glory and adventure to I'm about what's best for people
and items that I can put in a museum.
Yes, but it's less about him becoming famous and more about what's right.
Yeah,
that's like an arc that he supposedly learns in Temple of Doom, which Last Crusade definitely undercuts by having him be a kid immediately talk about how it should be in a museum. Which Temple of Doom's whole story arc is him learning it's not about fortune and glory.
It's like the movie Solo, where you find out he's like this like hero in his own right, and then you see A New Hope, and you're like, yeah, but what happened in between that and that to make him such a dipshit again?
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem with prequels.
We watched like prequels.
We watched Wicked the other night, and I'm like, ooh, look, that's how she got her hat.
And a lot of it makes like no sense in comparison, but
I don't think they'll ever do the ruby red slippers because that is one of the most copyrighted, argumented things about the original.
They show the slippers, but they're not red.
Well, they even show red slippers at one point, but that's like a creation for the film that they can't. That also those ruby red slippers are the most valuable film prop of all time. I want to say
someone just bought them.
I'm sure it was for a lot,
like 30-something million.
Crazy.
It's insane. They really just bought them to sniff Judy Garland's old foot stench.
Oh, that poor girl.
I know.
Just getting drugged out of her mind.
Yeah. It's so funny in the opening of Wicked when they're going down the yellow brick. You can see like they're like, but long before this happened. I'm like, why? I've got a lot of problems with that movie.
We can talk about Wicked and Doggies after.
Sure.
Indiana Jones and the Monkey King. I incorrectly stated in the Discord where this would take place. This was originally written as the third film, not The Last Crusade. Mm-hmm. George Lucas wanted to make a film about the Monkey King. And he tried many times. He wrote a story treatment.
Sun Wukong?
Sun Wukong. So a lot of the ideas about this, when I was reading this, I thought these were Chris Columbus's idea. No, George Lucas had Chris Columbus use his 10-page treatment. Mm-hmm. So some of the questionable stuff in here is Lucas's decisions.
These are not coming from Brad, everyone. Also, it's so funny that George Lucas is like, well, we could put aliens in it.
I love that.
I think that's cool. It's my favorite part of Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. But also, it's so funny to me that he and Dan Aykroyd have so much like mental crossover. Like, have you ever heard Dan Aykroyd's ideas for like the Ghostbusters sequels? Or the original script of Ghostbusters?
They overlap in some of their interests, but I don't know if they overlap in talent.
Ooh.
Dan Aykroyd's a great actor. I don't know if he's got the writing chops for a lot of things.
George has that weird neck that everyone loves. Iconic.
Fucking glottal.
I know. Ew.
Yeah.
Sorry, George.
So 1937.
I know you're a listener.
George, we love you. Remember when you met me at the movie theater? Indy is on a fishing trip in Scotland and is coerced.
Remember when you met me at the movie theater?
Yeah, I did meet him.
Oh, really?
The picture's horrifying. I look so dumb. He's coerced into investigating the murders of Baron Seamus Seagrove III. The opening adventure is him in a haunted castle with a bunch of Scottish people. The ghost is arrested. At one point, he yeets a dog out of a window of the castle, and there's a shot of the dog flying like off of a cliff. And I'm like, I don't know if that would fly.
No, that's a little too Milo and Otis.
I get it. Yeah. I get that reference. And then the ghost is arrested in the back, and you can kind of see through him.
The fuck?
He's a ghost. Or is he? This is one of my favorite scenes. Indy is in major trouble when he comes back to school. All of his students are complaining he never does any teaching or grades any work because he's always fucking gone. Mm-hmm. So there's a billion students yelling at him as he's grading papers, and his the dean of the school's like, dude, you're gonna get fucking fired if you don't get your shit together in a week. And it's well written and it's a fun scene. And then Marcus Brody calls and says, Indy, I have an adventure for you. And he immediately just goes and is like, fuck this. And he just goes to do.
Well, if he's tenured, yeah.
He's not tenured yet.
Oh, well, in
this is 1937. So
one thing I really liked about the Great Circle is they actually address the phenomenon of him leaving all the time. It's literally like, well, we do have replacement people to teach your curriculum while you're gone. It's just like, okay.
It just seems really inappropriate. And a lot of the kids like, I could have signed up for any number of classes and I chose to do yours and you're never here.
Yeah.
And then he just hands him the paper. Yeah. And there's another problematic character named Betsy. But first, Marcus Brody reveals a zoologist named Claire Clark has found a pygmy in Africa.
Okay.
A pygmy in Africa named Tiki. And he seems to be 200 years old.
Whoa.
And he might know the location of the Monkey King. And he's like, yeah, I'll go, sure.
Is the Monkey King not a more Asian?
Yes.
Okay.
The Monkey King went to Africa.
Okay.
Yep.
Journey to the West. I get it.
Indiana is packing to leave. His student that he's in an affair with named Betsy wants to go with him. He says he's leaving and she can't come. And then she tries to kill herself 3 different ways in front of him, and it's played for comedy.
Oh.
She takes his whip and hangs it around a ceiling fixture and tries to hang herself. She tries to knock a giant jar and lay on the ground and have it fall on her, and Indy prevents all of them. He's like, hey, kid, come on, you'll be fine. You're good. It's just and I was like, whoa, they're really doing suicide for comedy.
That's pretty fucking brutal. And that would have been written in the mid to late 80s.
85, 84, something like that.
There were some pretty fucked up comedies.
And this is Chris Columbus coming off of the Goonies writing this stuff. He knows how to write fun kind of adventures, but
everyone writes a stinker every once in a while.
So Indy arrives in Mozambique and meets up with his friend Scraggy Breer. Scraggy is a short African man.
I thought it was going to be a Scotty dog.
Scotty dog. It's Scraggy, which I don't love the name.
I like Scraggy.
Scraggy, I imagine have you seen Benjamin Button?
Yeah.
The dude that befriends Benjamin early on who takes him to his first brothel.
Oh, the tugboat captain?
Not him.
Oh, okay. No, I gotcha.
Yeah. Or not even a brothel. He takes him for his first adventure, his first walk. I imagine he's short and skinny, kind of looks like that. He drives a taxi cab that's pretty much broken. And in the back seat of the taxi is Claire Clark, the stunning zoologist.
Whoa.
Indy and her immediately have a lot of chemistry. Very smart, very sexy. He even asks her on a date when he gets a delivery from the boat he was just on of a barrel. And popped out of the barrel is Betsy.
Oh, God.
She followed him. Inside of the barrel is nothing but banana peels. And he's like, you were in there for 3 weeks? How'd you survive? And she's like, I ate my way down. She just ate bananas for 3 weeks.
That's fucking insane.
But it's very 80s, very Chris Columbus. I don't know if it's...
Say what you will about the Indiana Jones movies, but there is a level of grounded realism. When Indy's in a fight, he's not just constantly winning. He's getting beat around quite a bit.
There's also absurd fantasy, though.
Yeah.
When Temple of Doom, when the raft falls. There is in Crystal Skull when they drop down 3 huge waterfalls. There is a level of absurdity that is allowed too.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yes. And Claire immediately starts belittling Indy. He's like, oh, you date your children's students? That seems really inappropriate. So that's going to be the entire movie is Indy trying to get closer to Claire and Betsy trying to remain close to Indy.
I do not like those dynamics in movies. It
works for Indy, though,
wild.
who's always trying to like move on to the next lady. And every time he tries to do something smooth with Claire, Betsy's there. It works because it's our suave guy put in a situation where he always looks like a buffoon.
Yeah.
It kind of works against Indy in a way that I actually don't mind that stuff. There is a Nazi also on the ship, plants a bug on Indy. And the lead Nazi, his name is Guterberg or something like Guterberg. He has a machine gun arm, which is kind of fun.
Barrett.
Which is something Spielberg wanted in the first film.
Oh, boy.
Claire takes Indy and Scraggy and Betsy to meet Tiki. The 200-year-old pygmy is kept in a cage.
Oh.
That's where I was really like, oh, they lock him in a cage.
I mean, does the pygmy speak English?
He speaks a local dialect that Scraggy can speak with him.
Oh. And Scraggy's very smart for a dumb-seeming guy.
Well, Scraggy, he's just a local dude, you know? And he's friends with Indy, so I wouldn't say he's necessarily too dumb.
Okay.
But regardless, Tiki can speak to people and he's
being kept in a cage.
He's kept in a cage.
Yes.
He gives them a scroll, though.
As a student of history, wouldn't Indy be against slavery?
Yes.
That's slavery. It's false imprisonment.
I think he would also be averse to offending other cultures.
Yeah, but
Which
I think he would still be like,
this isn't even about other cultures though. This is Claire Clark's zoology, like kept keeping him in a cage. She could have been getting him out of there.
I feel like at a certain point he'd be like, all right, I get it. And then later on he'd be like, and then he'd open the cage and he'd be like, you can go, get out of here.
Yeah.
That's a more indie thing, in my opinion. But regardless.
He's kept in a cage. This was the first part where I was like, first they're playing Suicide for Laughs. And I do like Indy with a sharper edge, like Temple of Doom. Give me that, like Suicide for Laughs could work for me.
Yeah.
Keeping someone in a cage, that doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
They go to a nightclub that night, a hot nightclub. And they're translating the scroll before Nazis interject, try to steal the scroll. They do get it, and a chase ensues. They're on a speedboat flying along next to a road, and Scraggy's driving a cab, his cab full speed, and Indy stands on the top. Scraggy slams on the brake, and Indy flies onto the speedboat, punches Nazis.
That's cool.
At one point, he has to whip the boat, and he's skiing behind it, holding onto his whip.
Oh, I hate that.
You do. To me, that's like that fun Indy bullshit.
Yeah, but like when you don't have like skis themselves.
People barefoot ski.
I know, it's just I wouldn't expect him to be good at it.
Indy's good at anything.
Yeah, I don't need that as much. Him getting dragged would be funnier.
Yeah. We'll say he gets dragged. It'll be funnier.
There we go. I can't believe we're punching up a script that's never going to get produced.
It was very fun reading this script. The Nazis get away, but Indy does reclaim the scroll. They hire a riverboat. Nazis on the crew of the riverboat. And Betsy makes a point of everyone is treating her like shit, and she just wants to be a part of the team. And if they talk to her, she might be able to help. She does prove to be very helpful. She's a Brooklyn girl, so she's tough.
Oh, okay. She's scrappy.
And sassy.
Not scraggy. Scrappy. She's scrappy.
Indy actually hooks up with Scraggy in this movie. It's great.
Oh, wow. Very progressive.
Indy gives a story to the crew about Sun Wukong. Mm-hmm. This is where like the fucking...
Journey to the West.
Yes, the whole story is told about the Golden City and the mountain. The ship is attacked by pirates. Betsy gets a sword and holds her own. This is where Betsy is like, and Indy even gives her a look like, dang, she's actually really cool. So Indy has a moment where he's like kind of respecting her more. Mm-hmm. And Indy bargains with
you respected her enough to fuck her in the first place.
I don't want to say Indy, that doesn't require respect from Indy, but.
No, you respected her in some ways.
Yep. But when she tries to kill herself in front of him, he's like, oh, kid, you'll be fine.
Like, come on, I do this all the time.
I don't even know your name, kid. He makes a bargain with the pirate captain. He's like, I know how to get to a golden city. If you help me, we'll split it. And so they make a deal. They sail through a waterfall. There is a wall with cracks all over it. And in low tide, you can see the whole map and all the cracks drip water. It shows where to go to the village.
That's fun.
Yeah, it's that kind of moment you expect in an indie film. They all jump into Scraggy's little taxi. So there's like 6 people in there and there's like 8 people on the top.
Oh God.
Which is a funny
That's a fun image.
A fun image. They are getting followed by Nazis this whole time, but the villagers attack them as they come towards the village. They get chased into a jungle where Indy realizes they're not being chased anymore. It's like, oh, this is traps. So it's classic traps and scorpions.
Smart.
In the village, they're put into an oven by the villagers before Scraggy.
Oh.
Yep, before Scraggy says, hey, we're actually sent here by God, by God Wukong. And they're like, oh, okay. Wildebeest stampede, Nazis arrive in a 50-foot tank. The biggest 3-story tank you've ever seen. Which, fine.
They actually did produce something very similar to that. It was a railway cannon, but it was massive in scope and it just wouldn't run.
I imagine this to be a little bit like the Mandalorian getting onto a sandcrawler. Kind of like it's a...
Yeah.
Because Indy does have to get on there and he has to go up by the different levels and fight along the way.
That part was so cool. Why can't they write more like that?
John Favreau and Dave Filoni. They're going to save Star Wars.
I guess.
But, 50-foot high mega tank plows into the village. Indy gets attacked by a rhino as this is happening. Whips his way onto the rhino and then rides the rhino with the whip. Can't control it. He's on top of a rhino though, and the rhino charges the tank. He jumps off of the rhino onto the tank, fights his way up the tank, and he puts a rock into the cannon, blows up. He does the whole thing.
Yeah. This sounds like the most expensive production on the face of the planet.
It's not even that. It's getting worse.
Okay.
Okay, because there's going to be a lot of gorillas. It's weird reading like a early script too, because there's just like typos, and you can tell Christopher Columbus was kind of like, Spielberg will take over at some point and write the big stuff. But and then while Indy's fighting the tank, everybody else, the pirates and Scraggy and the girls, wind up in a tree that's about to tip over into a chasm. Indy rescues Tiki from the tank and captures the Nazi with the gun arm. And they drive the tank. So he saves them, saves Tiki, captures the Nazi. Now Indy is driving the 50-foot tank to the mountain with everyone inside of it.
Man, those things do not get good gas mileage. How quick?
I don't know. He does take a communication with the other lead Nazi whose name is Mephisto.
Okay.
And he tries to talk shit to him. Mephisto's like, yeah, we're going to be sending a lot of people your way. So,
did they have a lot of encampments in this area of Africa?
They were following Dr. Jones.
Yeah, but you don't just get a 50-foot tank far from Germany.
You just don't get a 50-foot tank.
No, I mean, you could, but it would probably be in the main conflict.
You wouldn't expect it to be in Mozambique.
No, it'd be defending the homeland or whatever.
Yeah. Just squint your eyes and just don't think about it too hard.
I love that. I don't obsess over dumb shit.
So they drive the tank to the mountain. They were told the mountain was... The map led to the village. The villagers had a mirror. The mirror showed that above this one mountain was the Golden City.
Okay.
So they go to this mountain. At the top of the mountain, the tank is attacked by gorillas throwing boulders.
Oh. Enter
Gorillas. Lots and lots of gorillas.
So this is like what? This is West Africa then, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
They rip Indy out of the tank after the tank is destroyed. They take his hat, they take his whip, and they take his shirt, and the gorillas rip it off of him. And they're about to toss him off the mountain before Tiki speaks with the gorillas and tells them to stop. And at this point, one gorilla is wearing Indy's hat and whip and shirt, and it's played for laughs. And I'm like, all right, that's fine. I like that.
I don't know if a gorilla would even know how to do that.
These are smart gorillas.
Oh, they've been taught.
Yes. These gorillas are, you'll see who the gorillas actually are. But the gorillas and Tiki leads them to the lost city of Sun Wukong, a golden city. Everything is perfect. Everything is beautiful.
Okay.
All pygmies and gorillas.
That's fun.
Yep. And everyone calls Tiki the prince because his father is the king of the city.
Oh.
Guterboog, the Nazi with the gun arm, he's with them still, being led along. He removes one bullet from his mouth and loads his gun arm, and he tries to shoot Indy, but accidentally shoots the king.
Oh.
And all of the villagers now think he is a god for killing the king. That's just the way their culture works, I guess.
Oh, fuck.
I know, dumb.
Yeah.
I didn't like this. Indy is put into an arena to be ripped apart by water buffalo, but Scraggy is able to remove Guterberg's arm when he goes, Indy, any last words? And Indy says, Hail Hitler. And then the dude raises his arm or gets caught in a net or something. Pretty dumb. But once Scraggy removes the gun arm, everyone thinks Scraggy's the god for having the gun arm now.
Okay.
As that works. The Nazis arrive at the city and everyone prepares for a giant battle. Indy even has to give a speech, which is bad.
Not in his tone.
Indy is also not like the leader of an army type guy.
Never.
If the whole battle just started and Indy was a little cog running around in the middle of it, that would be played better. But Guterboog does get away to the other Nazis, and now he has an electricity shooting arm. And there's fighting. Betsy and Claire get cornered. They use animal sounds to like make birds drop on them, and they use gorilla sounds.
I hate this.
She's a zoologist, so she knows animal sounds.
That does not connect. You have to train the birds.
But Mephisto is having a fight with Indy in the arena. Indy does some shit to make a giant bell roll down and knock Mephisto into a tiger cage.
Okay.
But not before Indy is shot.
So the sun god gets killed?
Wukong isn't even there. The sun god, Tiki's father is dead, though, the king.
Okay.
Wukong's not there.
Okay.
But this is his village. Mephisto falls into a pit of tigers, not before shooting Indy. Indy dies.
Well, really?
Indy's dead. There's a funeral procession of the king, of Indy, and all the other pygmies up into the mountain through a gate, and they go to the Garden of Immortal Peaches, where if you have a bite of the peach, you are forever young. A tomb in a tree sits in the center of the garden, and the tomb has a tiny skeleton inside of it. The tomb opens up, and then all of the gorillas turn into the hairs and the body of the skeleton. All the gorillas were all part of Sun Wukong. And all the gorillas bring the skeleton back to life by merging with him.
I'm sorry I've been so silent. I'm actually a little enthralled by this because I'm imagining it in my head and I'm like, what the fuck?
It says all the gorillas make up the hairs of the skeleton. And Sun Wukong steps out then. The gorillas have become Sun Wukong. And he looks like, half human, half ape.
Sure. Tim Burton's Planet of the Apes looking motherfucker.
Horrible. But yes. And so immediately Mark Wahlberg wants to bang him.
I mean, Helena Bonham Carter as an ape, I'd go there.
With that bob, forget about it.
I don't care, yeah.
Sun Wukong then speaks, and everyone's like, Betsy says, how do we understand him? And I think one of them says, he's a god. Everyone understands when he speaks. But Wukong resurrects Indy, and then Indy stands up and is like, hey, what's going on? And they're like, I think you should turn around. And then he's face to face with Sun Wukong. And Wukong says he's a big fan of Indiana Jones.
What the fuck?
Well, he's like, I've been watching from whatever, having you trying to find me, and I appreciate your adventures or something like that.
That sucks.
It sucks.
That sucks.
He gives Indiana Jones his golden hooped rod, which can transform into like 100 different things. And then Wukong goes back in there. He ascends to heaven finally. And the end. One of the pirates steals a peach, the pirate leader, who has been kind of a dickhead but kind of a good guy. Mm-hmm. He tries to eat a peach to be forever young, and his body like blows up and disintegrates because he wasn't pure of heart. At this point, Indy is ready to get back on the boat to go back home. And Betsy, he's like, all right, Betsy, let's go. And Betsy says, no, I'm staying here with Claire. She's a good teacher. And honestly, I don't really respect how you treat women. And he's like, what? I think that's kind of clever.
Fair enough.
Having Indy get neither woman because they both realize how kind of gross he is about some things.
Yeah.
Yes. And then that's the end. Well, actually, no. Indy is a womanizer, and then he gets kissed by a gorilla on the lips. The end.
Oh, boy.
I like it. Mostly, if this happened, it would be fascinating. A fucking movie made late 80s with
that shit in it?
With a 50-foot tank and gorillas and Indy riding a rhino.
It's a pretty harsh tonal shift from the other ones.
Yeah.
Not even remotely similar.
I get more Temple of Doom vibes from it just because it's got like extremes and more kind of harsh edges. Some very racist stuff in this.
But it's also more focused. Temple of Doom has a lot going on, but it's pretty centralized.
Yeah.
It's all taking place in pretty much one locale.
Yes. Well, it starts in China after that initial adventure, all in India.
Yeah, exactly.
And this is still largely in Africa, but it's just fucking the production would be astronomical.
I don't like the lightning gun. I don't even like the gun for an arm. I don't really see what the point is outside of a fantasy setting.
Spielberg wanted that. That was an idea for Raiders of the Lost Ark that they were deemed a little too silly.
They have a lot of weird ideas, these directors.
I would be fascinated to see what Sun Wukong would have looked like.
Oh, yeah. Gross.
I don't know. If they pulled it off in 2001 A Space Odyssey back in the 60s, they might be able to pull off something that looks ish. Yeah. I'm a big fan of yours, Indiana Jones. Fuck off, Wukong. 1938, The Last Crusade. 1939, we get our video game, The Fate of Atlantis.
Ooh.
Which I didn't play. This was the Choose Your Own Adventure game. People like this.
It's one of those Sierra games, right?
Yeah, and we can move a little quicker to some of these, but Indy is tasked by Marcus Brody and a Dr. Smith to find a particular horn statue from Barnett College's museum. The horn statue is stolen by Dr. Smith upon recovery, and he's actually an agent of the Third Reich named Klaus Kerner. They discover their next target is Sophia Hapgood. Sophia, let me guess, she's beautiful. A fellow archaeologist.
Oh.
And a psychic.
Whoa.
That's fun.
It's all right.
She has been giving seminars about Atlantis and claims to be communicating with the Atlantean god king Nurub-Sol. Klaus wants a medallion of hers that she found with Indy in Iceland years ago. Then a race to find the continent of Atlantis begins. Kerner discovers a bead in the statue, the horn statue of Orichalcum, and it's a legendary metal that would give extreme power to machines and create bombs. Indy and Sophia seek out a lost dialogue of Plato called Hermocrates, leading to world-traveling adventures to require sunstones, moonstones, and worldstones. At one point...
MacGuffin Quest.
Just fucking... There's like a lot of MacGuffin Quest because this is,
a video game.
A video game. Mm-hmm. At one point, Indy creates a homemade hot air balloon to land on a Nazi U-boat to steal the moonstone, that's fun.
That's fun. That's great.
He then fires himself out of a forward torpedo.
No.
That's a little much.
I mean, it happens in Metal Gear Solid, but he had all the right equipment for it.
He was ready.
I mean, the missile was just basically a submarine.
Yeah. On an island, he finds an old subway powered by orichalcum that takes him to Atlantis with the power of the three stones.
That's kind of cool.
Nurub-Sol guided Sophia to Atlantis to help him reclaim his old kingdom. So the medallion she had discovered with Indy actually was from Atlantis. So she was receiving psychic visions from Nurub-Sol, guiding her there. But then Nurub-Sol possesses Sophia. Indy throws the medallion into a pool of lava to free her from the possession. At the center of the city is the Colossus, a machine granting godlike powers. The Nazis show up, and due to an error by Plato, Kerner is turned into a grotesque horned dwarf and falls into the lava.
Okay.
Yeah. Indy convinces Klaus to use it on himself, the machine, with the power of 100 beads, which turns him into a being of light and explodes, and Indy and Sophia are fine.
Is Atlantis just in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean in this one? Or is it like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean...
Because there are tales that it's literally just in the Mediterranean Ocean.
There's a subway from an island. I'm not sure specifically where it is. People love The Fate of Atlantis. I've never played it.
Yeah, I always wanted shit like that. I never had a PC to run it. But I do remember distinctly seeing a box for it at a Best Buy.
Yeah, I'm sure Tom played it.
Man, we miss you, Tom.
Yeah.
I know you're not listening.
We should go to the home sometime and say hi to him. He probably is lonely.
Yeah, his grandchildren don't visit anymore.
I don't know who changes all them diapers.
Kate. Specifically why he started dating a nurse.
That's a good point. 1939, our first comics.
Okay.
Yes. Indiana Jones and the Sargasso Pirates. Not a great name. In the North Atlantic, Indiana Jones hires the crew of the Black Pete, a ship captained by Bill Lawton, who is a survivor of the very vessel that Indiana Jones had recovered the Cross of Coronado from in Last Crusade. That ship that you see him briefly on at the end of the prologue, one of the bad ship members from that is the one he hires.
I kind of like that they sprinkle in stuff from like the movies, and then you can kind of feel that interconnectivity.
Yeah.
I like that because mostly these are just kind of one-offs with kind of stuff. Sorta, it's serialized. It's not serialized. It's what do you call that? It's kind of like Monster of the Week type shit.
And it's got a continuity that kind of helps tie it all together.
But the continuity is not the most important thing.
So he hires Bill Lawton, where they come across, they're searching for a Viking Gnar embedded in an iceberg with the frozen remains of the people aboard Leif Erikson's Viking ship. And he finds...
That's cool.
Leif Erikson's battle axe.
Ooh.
At this point, Indiana Jones is betrayed by Lawton and blindsided by a polar bear. Lawton and Indy both get left there on the island to die. The crew just leaves, so it's those two.
I like that.
And they make a temporary truce, and they spend weeks alone on the iceberg together. When a rescue ship arrives, Jones is brought on board to find himself face-to-face with a man named New Jersey Jones.
What the fuck?
A man who claims to be Indiana Jones' lost brother. I love New Jersey Jones as a concept. It's so dumb. He doesn't look cool. He's not smooth. He's just this...
He claims to be his brother. Did he go out searching for him?
I don't know. There's not a lot about New Jersey Jones on the Wikipedia because he doesn't last too long, but he's not cool. And Indiana Jones is from New Jersey, so I don't know if that's why he's like went with New Jersey Jones. Con man capitalizing on the archaeologist's fame by pretending to be his older brother to unload fake artifacts onto unsuspecting buyers.
Oh, now I get it. That's kind of funny.
Scumbag. And it's kind of funny to see some like Indy being face to face with somebody using his.
What, you just took the name of a state too?
Was South Dakota taken?
Dakota Jones. It's way better of a name.
That's good.
Or Montana Jones is all right.
Yeah. Montana Smith and Indiana Jones and Dakota Pete.
Wyoming Jones.
The men drift into the Sargasso Sea upon reaching a ship graveyard ruled by a band of pirates known as the Sea Witch. The men were allowed to live, but Indy must face the Kraken.
Ooh.
He's forced to jump between ships as the Kraken watches below. The plank breaks, however. The Kraken drags Indiana Jones beneath the waves. Though he could not kill it, Jones manages to wound the creature badly enough to chase the Kraken away with a sharp fragment of driftwood he finds underneath the water. Impressed at surviving the encounter, the Sea Witch, who herself lost an eye to the Kraken years before, decides to give Jones safe passage through. At this point, Bill Lawton tries to assassinate the Sea Witch to take control of the shipyard, and he blames Indy for the mutiny. A German U-boat is discovered amongst the pirates' goods and selected as a means of escape. Indy is forced to investigate the U-boat by Lawton, who is now ruling the pirates, and he's trapped in the U-boat without air, left to die. The Sea Witch, however, did not die, and she stops Bill Lawton. He attempts to escape on the U-boat, but discovers Indiana Jones has boarded the U-boat. Jones fights Lawton out on the sea, storming rain falling on him, and Lawton wields the battle axe of Leif Erikson on the U-boat. The axe is thrown at Jones and falls into the sea, and the Sea Witch riddles Lawton with bullets, and Jones and his allies depart.
That's the end of it?
Yeah.
That's okay, I guess. Man, he's really obsessed with like a lot of artifacts that are like very tame in comparison to the shit he actually ends up finding on his adventures.
Yeah. You gotta... It's still cool.
It's still cool.
But compared to the Lost Ark of the Covenant or...
If I found a Kraken, all I'd be talking about for the rest of my life.
I fought a Kraken one time, too.
I'm Dylan. I saw a Kraken once. It'd literally be how I introduced myself.
Now, there was another one that I almost put in here. I forget the name of it. Where he fights the Kraken again.
Oh, no.
Yep.
Someone really had a bug in their brain on that.
And this was, I think, maybe earlier. Amelia Earhart saves him while she's flying overhead.
Oh, God.
I don't need... Indiana Jones does have a level of Assassin's Creed bullshit.
I know.
Which I don't need. The show is all about that. In the show, he meets everybody.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't need that.
I don't either.
If he bumps into someone, like bumps into Hitler once, that's funny.
That is funny.
Yeah.
My God.
You're going to like this next one, don't you?
Okay. I'm ready. This is fun story time for me.
1939. Indiana Jones and the Ape Slaves of Howling Island.
Whoa.
A choose-your-own-adventure book written by R.L. Stine.
No shit.
I know, right?
That's cool.
He wrote 4 or 5 Indiana Jones choose-your-own-adventure books. The Ape Slaves of Howling Island. Off the coast of eastern China, archaeologist Billy Simpson is leading a dig for Malaysian artifacts on Howling Island when her expedition is raided by a crazed scientist who threatens to kill them all. She escapes with her own life, and Billy now desperately wants to return to the island to find her brother, and she wants Indiana Jones and his cousin, you, to help.
Whoa. I'm a part of this?
You're in this, Dylan.
Fucking hell, yeah. I'd be so useless.
You would have to decide, reach and try and save the artifact as you're dangling off a cliff, or let it fall. What do you do?
I'd probably let it fall because that's usually how it works.
You just survived.
Thank you.
Yeah. Would you take the boat or the ship? Or the boat or the plane?
Probably the boat.
I think you die.
Really?
It's fucking R.L. Stine. You know, he wrote a book like in a week, so he fucking just cranked out some bullshit.
Man, have you ever gone back to those Goosebump books that was like pretty big reading for me as a kid?
I love those books.
I love those books, and I went back to them. Ooh, there's some rough shit in there.
Well, it's
fun.
It's written for the youth.
I know,
but
and even with that understanding, I was kind of like,
the name. And the titles and the fucking art on the covers, that like bright, colorful artwork, that's all it needed. Then
dripping oozy 90s kind of vibe.
So good.
Yeah.
I think the artist is 35% of why those books are so popular.
Oh, yeah.
Probably more.
A book cover can really get you into it, which is such a damn shame because...
I do judge a book by its cover.
Well, Jordan gets all of these she used to get a lot of like these fantasy books and stuff, and she really likes fantasy settings and some of those book covers are the most bland shit, and it's always like a dirge for the undecided, or it's always like a Song of Ice and Fire kind of sounding thing. City of Embers.
My sister-in-law, she has so many of those fantasy books, and they're all like those subtitles. I read them, and they all just feel a dime a dozen a little bit. If you read them, I'm sure they're different, but
well, I mean, there's my fantasy book. Splooge Monkey Goes on Vacation.
Are you for real?
Yeah.
I'm in.
It's a good book. I mean, I wrote it, but I'm kind of a judge.
A foul wind blows off Howling Island, and an eerie sound, too. Nobody knows where the bone-chilling noise is coming from. Yet there are many grave concerns, shocking double crosses, vicious attack dogs, a nation of brainwashed 600-pound gorillas.
What?
And one dangerous demonic man with wicked ideas for some very hideous experiments.
Is it the Isle of Dr. Moreau?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Indy, you have a choice to kill a dog.
Okay.
If you do, Indy does get killed by gorillas right afterwards and you die. So that's good.
I mean, I guess.
Well,
I mean, if the dog's attacking me, I'll kill a dog.
but to see Indy do it feels wrong.
If his life is in danger and the dog's trying to kill him.
I'm with you. But to see Indy kill a dog just kind of... you don't want to see your hero kill a dog.
You're not really seeing it. You're just imagining it.
And you're his cousin, too.
Like, you fucking killed that dog, dude.
And I'm Dakota Dillon.
I'm Dakota Dillon. I'm here to help carry bags.
And I'm Birmingham Bradley.
Birmingham Bradley.
I'm going with Bradley for that one. The mad scientist turns out to be Billy's brother.
Houston Hoff.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
The mad scientist wants to... He's using the gorillas, and he is using some artifact, some bullshit, to make them intelligent and mind-controlled.
Sounds like a pervert.
At one point, Indy speaks with the apes. So Indy can speak 30 languages as well as ape. Indy expresses to them that, would you rather be an intelligent slave to this man or go back to being simple gorillas and free? Which is kind of like living in America, I suppose. But
damn, dude.
Yes.
You fucking got it.
The howling sound comes from a wall of skulls that has wind passed through the eyes.
That's cool.
Yep.
I like that idea.
There's a treasure. If you choose to go for the treasure, you wind up getting trapped on the island and die there. The lady betrays you. It's an adventure, you know? You go left or right, and you're Indy's cousin. And you're his cousin in all of them.
Is Indy asking for my advice in this?
You make the decisions. So I don't know if he's asking for advice, but maybe Indy's like, give me the gun. And you like, give him the gun or not.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, I didn't read this. I did find a podcast. The only account of this I could find was a podcast, the Authorized Novelization Podcast, and it was the Indiana Jones and the Ape Slaves of Howling Island by R.L. Stine with Kelly Nugent episode. It's the only information I could find about Ape Slaves of Howling Island, other than
Kelly Nugent. I know her name.
She runs another podcast doing a similar thing, where she does reviews of youth horror novels.
Oh, Teen Creeps.
Yep,
I've listened to a few episodes of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. We know so much.
Also in 1939, not only did the previous things happen, World War II, Indy joins the OSS.
Nice.
Despite the agency not being founded until 1942, he joins it 3 years early somehow.
Hush, hush, very secret.
1944, the Dial of Destiny prologue. Jones and Basil Shaw search for the Spear of Destiny in a Nazi train, but find the Antikythera. And then in 1945, another comic, Indiana Jones and the Spear of Destiny. Mm-hmm. Indy receives a letter from his father saying that he was approached by Nederlanders, most likely Nazis, about the Spear of Longinus. Indy also notices he's being spied on, and he flees to England with his assistant, Brendan O'Neill. After joining with his father, they investigate a possible resting place before clashing with Nazis led by Dieter Hoffmann, who had already located the spearhead. This scuffle is broken up by local botanist Edwina Cheltenham.
She's hot, right?
No. She's an older, plump woman.
Nice.
I'm immediately like, give me more of her.
It's like a stepmom got trapped in the dryer again.
Tuck in your shirt, Indiana. She's secretly a protector of the Holy Thorn. The Holy Thorn is the tree that grew out of the staff of the Spear of Longinus in the year 37. So that a tree grew out of the spear.
Okay.
Cool.
That's kind of weird, but yeah. All right.
Sure. While escaping, Jones grabs the spearhead, but it is shot into two pieces by the Nazis. One half is with Dieter Hoffmann's son, and the other with our heroes. The Nazis procure wood from the wrong thorn tree. Edwina sends along her attractive student, Rebecca Stein, to the heroes with the correct wood. the heroes are assaulted and taken captive. Indy is tied to a rock and thrown into a lake. At the bottom, he finds a collection of Celtic weapons, frees himself from the rock, and saves his father and swaps the Nazi spearhead with a fake from the lake floor. Jones returns to Ireland to rescue Rebecca from an inn. Together they escape by leaping from the second-story window, but after she gave him the spear-tip piece, and he gave her a kiss.
Nice.
Pretty nice, right?
God, I love it when they kiss.
Yes, I knew he was going to kiss her.
Yes. I was waiting for that.
She rode as Indy drove through a bog, eventually becoming stuck in the mire. Unable to traverse the muck in her tight skirt, Indy simply swung her over his shoulder and headed toward the dig site, where Brendan O'Neill and Henry Jones awaited with the other components of the spear. With the spear reassembled using a sprig of the holy thorn, it revealed its true nature in the morning light, and the Nazi plot was thwarted with the death of Dieter Hoffmann and his mystic son.
There's no surprise appearance of Jesus?
No, there was no and then Ptolemy showed up. No, there's nothing like that. But
that's dumb.
We're on our 10th adventure here. Indiana Jones and the Iron Phoenix.
Ooh.
Good title.
That's pretty good.
It's a comic set in 1947. So 2 years after the Spear of Destiny. Indy travels to East Berlin at the request of the Soviet government to evaluate some ancient artifacts. Indy secretly smuggles an ancient scroll out to West Berlin, and the scroll details the Philosopher's Stone that contains the secret for turning base metal into gold and bringing inanimate objects to life.
That's a weird addition.
The Philosopher's Stone. Well, it makes sense. It's a real mythological object.
Alchemically, they really just wanted it for the gold part. It's kind of crazy. It can make immovable objects movable.
It's important for the story, though. Indy learns the previous owner of the stone, Albertus Magnus, broke it up into 3 parts and sent it to 3 different churches. Indy obtains the first piece in Kiev without direct interference from the Soviets, as they want him to hoped his activities would draw out former Nazi Matthias Jaeger, who wished to obtain the stone for his own purposes. Following World War II, Matthias Jaeger became known for conducting reanimation experiments with dead tissue.
That's kind of cool.
You know where this is going.
Frankenstein.
His face has become hideously disfigured and corpse-like.
Oh, okay.
Indiana collects a second piece from a coven of witches in Ireland. And in Tibet, he recovers the final stone from a Tibetan monastery. Returning to Berlin, Jones found that Marcus Brody was being held hostage by Soviet security Nadia Kirov, who seized the 3 pieces before being betrayed by her own subordinates. Reaching Jaeger's secret base in Koblenz, Indiana, Nadia finally encountered the disfigured ex-Nazi, now planning to utilize the powers of the repurposed Philosopher's Stone in order to reanimate deceased Nazi officers.
For what purpose?
Zombies. Zombies are cool.
The glorious actual Third Reich.
For undead Third Reich.
Okay.
There's too much reliance on Nazis. In a
little bit.
Yes. Well, Indy disrupts the ceremony of the Iron Phoenix. The innate power of the stone overcame both Jaeger and his newly created army, killing all of them. A graveyard begins to rise, but Jaeger is not pure of heart, and the stone betrays him.
This pure of heart bullshit. I hate the trope.
It is what it is.
It doesn't have to be what it is. You wrote it. Your imagination can do a lot.
I prefer Indy to be kind of a daredevil, you know? I want him to shoot people without care.
Yeah, but the pure of heart thing, I'm like, all right, but who's actually judging that? These objects?
These gods.
It's so crazy. All of those gods are just hanging out together, and they're all like, I don't know.
I also want other mythologies to be more properly explored with Indiana Jones. That way, otherwise it's just like only Christian mythology and ideology is honored. And that's why I love Temple of Doom and Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, because yes, aliens, interdimensional beings, and Indian gods. Sun Wukong.
Yeah.
There would have been a lot of problems with that movie, but at least it's like some other mythology, although it kind of undercuts Asian mythology by putting it in Africa.
Yeah, it's like you made the journey west, but then he stopped on the coastline of like the Congo or something.
And he's like, now my hair will become gorillas.
Yeah, that's so stupid. They could have made it like weird and mysterious, but adding like the magical elements in Indiana Jones movies tend to be kind of a little more reserved. Like except for like the Ark, which is basically like a nuke in a box.
Yeah.
Essentially. There are even people like those ancient alien theorists who are like, it was probably a radioactive substance of some sort. It's just like, okay, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Like maybe they invented that early or something, whatever. Or like,
I like the Antikythera, like that, the dial actually having like components that were not found anywhere else for like hundreds of years, whatever it is.
Exactly.
That shit's cool.
That's rad. And then they explain how that could have been made.
Well, and the Shankara stones in Temple of Doom were just made up.
I know.
Yep.
Which is even cooler.
Which is fine.
Debunk some of this shit every once in a while.
Instead, it's like Great Circle, I think, ultimately should have taken a lot bigger swings.
Yeah.
It's the safest. It's the Force Awakens of Indiana Jones stories.
Yeah.
And it could have done something way cooler.
We're going to get more of them, apparently.
And I want them to do something different.
They probably will. I have a feeling they got a few ideas rolling around.
I don't know. Disney's not known for taking chances.
Yeah, but they really want more from this developer, man. I'm telling you, though, if they don't finish out this Wolfenstein trilogy, I'm going to be so pissed. They better do that first.
It's all Indy now, all the way down. 1957, 10 years later, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Some point after that, the death of Mutt. Following a disagreement, Mutt Williams enlisted in the U.S. Marine Corps during the Vietnam War to annoy his father and killed overseas. 1969, 12 years later after that, the Dial of Destiny. And then at some point in the 90s, Indiana Jones has lost the use of his right eye to old age, and he walks with a cane. He lives in New York City. He writes several books, has a daughter named Sophie. She's somewhere now. She emerged with a bunch of grandkids. And there is a pet cat named Henry.
That's funny.
Because Indiana was the dog's name, so now Henry is the cat's name.
What's that part from?
That's young Indiana Jones. They often had a framing device of old Indy telling his adventures.
Oh.
Yeah.
So at some point he has a daughter, but it would have been...
I bet Indiana Jones probably has a few kids running around.
Yeah, he finds them later.
I'll just say Sophie is Willie Scott's kid, and she never told him. That's fine.
Sure.
Yep. That works for me.
Or Deirdre, she had like a 2-week labor from a magic stone. And
Yep. And that's Indiana Jones, the top 10 adventures.
This is just so fascinating because so many people will not go out of their way to read this shit.
Yeah.
Pretty much in general.
I was able to find a couple of lists, and I disagreed with some of them. So I kind of just was going through the Wikipedia, and when I found the Choose Your Own Adventure books, I was like, this is exciting.
I bet you could make a little money posting this on like comicbookresource.com or something.
If you're listening, tell your friends, tell them all.
See, exactly.
Put this on Comic Book Resource because I don't know how to do that. What's that, a website?
Yeah, it's like comicbook.com, comic book resources. It's all full of like lists of top blah, blah, blah. It's all like BuzzFeed crap. People love lists. I don't know if you knew that.
There was one that I was going to make. That's why I put this as a list, even though it was kind of just an excuse to talk about some of his weird adventures.
I think it's fun. You didn't order them in like the order of how fascinating you thought they were. It's just kind of the conglomeration.
Yeah, I had to remove one, Indiana Jones and the Army of the Dead. Mm-hmm. Which would have taken place before Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and it's Indy and Mac from that.
Oh, really?
And they go to an island of zombies. And I was like, I only wanted one zombie story, so I went with
the Howler monkey one.
No, the Iron Phoenix.
Oh, yeah,
yeah. And that was Indiana Jones' top 10 adventures.
It's pretty insane. I mean, I love Indiana Jones, but when you flood the market, I just don't really... It kind of loses its magic.
Yeah. Well, I don't think barely anyone has ever picked up a novelization.
No.
Barely anyone's picked up the comics. The comics sound cool. All of them sounded pretty interesting.
I think that would still have a market if they found like a really good writer and a great artist.
Yeah.
I shudder to think of at what the art looks like in these.
Yeah.
Because
there's old comics and there's like modern graphic novels too.
Right. So like there's a huge disparity between 80s comic book art, 90s comic book art, and 2000s comic book art. And the style choices in the 90s are the ones I fear the most.
Yeah. Well, and I mean,
kind of like John Romita Jr., who I think is a dog shit artist. Like I picture him drawing it.
I think it was like the success of the X-Men movie ruined superhero costumes for 10 years.
Yeah. They played with it okay, but mostly it ruined the X-Men. Everyone else still did play dress up.
But before we talk about Doggies After Dark, we're going to say thank you for listening to this wonderful issue of Raw Dogs, this episode. If you have any questions or thoughts or concerns, please send them our way. You can find us on patreon.com/Hair of the Dogcast. We're on all the social medias, although I'm getting more and more tired of all of them. I might just want to go to Blue Sky and just call it a day, but
we might as well.
Yeah.
Or you can sign up for our Patreon and find us on Discord, where you can actually address us directly.
Yeah, and we'll bother you all day.
You'll have a great time. We
Yes.
all just talk bullshit on there. It's so fantastic.
We have a wonderful community, including all of our executive producers, Ryan Christianik, Kipper, Brian Ward, Jordan Hoff, Phil Wright, Phil Just Phil, Kelly Gutowski, and Justin Melly. We appreciate, and Bryant Ross. We appreciate your continued support. Y'all are wonderful. And if, I guess just look forward to next week. We're going to record our first bonus episode for our executive producers called Side Quests today as well.
Oh, yeah.
Which I'm excited to do that, but we'll be right back with that in Doggies After Dark. Otherwise, what adventures did we miss for Indy? Please tell us.
Yeah, do you know? I don't.
Yeah, I know you were only 15, but you knew what you were doing. Whoa, Indy. You a bad man, Dr. Jones. That was a bad short. Bye.